I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposing, you been bugging.
It should. So I immediately, set myself up, to expect a release. Good afternoon. Good evening, Raider Nation. What up, though? Y'all know what it is. It's a Turf exclusive. We back on track. Hopefully we have no technical difficulties right now. I'm hoping y'all can at least hear me. This is an important day today, ladies and gentlemen. We getting a schedule. Yeah. As you know, tonight we are having a special. The Syndicate, live, up front and close and personal. Tonight, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific. It's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. We are unveiling all the places we potentially definitely going, right? It's going to be a good time, man. It's always an exciting time for the schedule release, right? But I digress. We want to stick to the script. We're going to stay on track, right? This is about the players right now. But as always, chat lives matter. I see guys already jumping in. My guy OJ Raiders in the building. Turf, my dude, what is it? And then, of course, my guy Sam Tonka in the building. Salute, Turf. I appreciate y'all for joining, man, as always. So, without further ado, yeah, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Facyson. And I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong. It's all Gucci, though. I'm sure he doesn't matter. It happens all the time, right? So, Brandon Facyson, guys. This kid, he's a Florida kid, man. Y'all know how I feel about the state of Florida and their football players, man. It's right. It is what it is, man. So, yeah, I give him leeway. I'm sure TRS is going to get me on this one. I don't know, though. It depends. He's a big kid, man. Brandon Facyson is 6'2", 200 pounds. I mean, I'm just going to jump right in, man. Born September 8th, 94. He played college ball at Virginia Tech. And y'all know we'll dive into those. Even Virginia, the state of Virginia is a football state, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if people understand or know that. You talking the world of Allen Iverson, Michael Vick. There's a lot of people out of the state of Virginia for football, whether it be high school, college, or pros. Real talk. So, yeah, don't let that slip your mind, man. Facyson actually was undrafted, right? Undrafted and picked up by the Chargers. So, yeah, Facyson signed with the Chargers as an undrafted free agent in 2018. He finished his rookie season with 3 tackles, playing in 15 games, as well as both playoff games for the Chargers. In his second season, he made his first professional start in Week 2, lost to the Lions. Facyson finished his second season starting 4 games, playing in all 16 and recording 41 tackles. He was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list in 2020. And, yes, re-signed with the Chargers in 2021. And then was finally waived right before the 2021 season and signed to the practice squad. We picked him up from that practice squad week 6 against the Broncos, or the Donkeys as I like to call them, in October 2021. So that's when we acquired him, and he's had 1 year with us. Yeah, and I mean, dynamic corner when he's available, right? That's part of our problem with him. He's, it's hard. It's hard to explain, and then again, like I say, with his injuries and so forth, he's never really got a good full season, right? Hence, I think why they, the Chargers decided to move on, if you will. But as we know, the tail is always in the tape, so let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Let me see. I have to make sure I get the right one up first and foremost. There we go. Yeah. Defense and fumbles, right? So, not the greatest conference, right? The ACC, but still a conference that's better than most. Let's keep it a buck, It's not a super weak one. Let me get to this. Where are we at? Here we go. One quick second. Boom. Yeah, 2013 was his first year as a freshman, true freshman. Apparently, all of these games, all of these years, he was bowl eligible. So all of these numbers include bowl games, if you will. His first season, true freshman, 11 games played. 20 solo tackles, 7 assists, total 27 tackles, 2 for loss, 5 interceptions as a freshman. Wow. That's crazy. 8 pass deflections, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble. Hey, shout out to him on his freshman year. I'd put those freshman numbers up against any freshman in the country, 100%. So kudos to Facyson on that. 2014, we run into some trouble, right? Clearly there's an injury. Only had 6 total tackles, 5 pass deflections in 3 games. So, injuries happen. A little bit of a setback. That was a redshirt year, I'm sure, for him. He got a medical red shirt. I actually obtained I got a medical red shirt in 1997, I believe, or 96. It's 96. I got a medical red shirt. Shattered my ankle. I had to have surgery. Stepping into his real sophomore season, 2015. 12 games total, right? And remember, these all include bowl games. So they made a bowl game every year he played. 20 solo tackles, 11 assists, a total of 31 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 10 pass deflections. That's huge. Right? When they're throwing it to him, right? Because you got to understand and know, after this freshman year, nobody's, looking happy to go throw his way. Nobody's going in that direction. We're talking college, ladies and gentlemen. They still got standouts all over the place. So clearly we translate into his junior year, 14 games. So they started stepping it up on, right, adding games to the schedule. 32 solo tackles, 16 assists for 48 total tackles, 4 of those for losses, 11 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. Y'all been watching long enough. What is Turf Love? Production. The kid gets better and better every year. That's just obvious in these statistics anyways. And sometimes the numbers can lie to you. I believe it's a little bit of both on this senior year, right? Because obviously he's no secret. They're not throwing his way, but 11 games, 14 solo tackles, 5 assists, total of only 19. 2 of those tackles for loss and 5 pass deflections. Just looking at those numbers, you know they were not throwing his direction. But with that being said, I don't know. Were they? He went undrafted. Right? He went undrafted. So that speaks volumes. It can mean something. It absolutely can mean something. But I don't know. I think it's definitely a make or break year for this kid when it comes to what he's gonna do for us, right? If he's gonna stick around and be on the team. Why do I say that? Well, let's look at the stats, right? Where are we at? Defense and fumbles. This is obviously his professional career here. As stated, he signed with the Chargers, undrafted. So, came into the league at 24 years of age. What is this? 15 games, right? Played 15 games. 1 fumble recovery. 3 combined tackles. So 2 solo, 1 assist, and an AV of 1. Not that great of a year, right? And I did already go over that. But he did start his sophomore year, if you will, coming into the league. Played in 4 games. 4 games started. So didn't start any games his rookie season. 16 games played in his sophomore year. 4 games he actually started. Pass deflection, fumble recovery, a combined total of 41 tackles, right? 30 solo, 11 assists, 2 tackles for a loss. So progression, he got better, right? Got better. And then here comes 2020. So 13 games played, no starts though. So again, it kind of tells you what they kind of think. 1 forced fumble, 16 combined tackles, 13 solo, 3 assisted. Yeah, it's really not jumping out at you, right? Injuries, I'm sure too. There's all kinds of issues when it comes to that potentially. But let's get into his last year. That was his last year as a Charger. We actually picked him up in 2021, it looks like, from what you see here. And he started 9 games for us. Had an interception, 13 pass deflections, 55 total combined tackles, 42 of them solo, the rest assisted, 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit as a corner. You can't be mad at that. Clearly the highest AV's had his whole entire career. So yeah, kind of gave it the business, man. But somewhere along that line, from 21 to 22, he got traded to Indianapolis. Played for them 4 games. At least that's what this chart is saying. 6 pass deflections, 28 total combined tackles, only 2 assisted. Not a good AV. It get back down to 2. So then it circles the wagons back to us. He played 3 games but was injured, right? 2023. Didn't really have a good year from that respect. At least I didn't see him having a good year. It overall, for what we needed him for, his size and, ability to cover, especially down low in the red zone, etc., you absolutely, he was very useful there. But I mean, when he's not hurt, right? How much do we get out of him? It was tough, man. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting grade because, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what I'm going to go with. Normally, I already have a grade in mind, but I really don't know what I'm going to go with when it comes to this kid. So let's try to dig at least a little bit further, right? Let's dig a tad bit more and see if we can find out those. Where is it at? Advanced. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. So Now we pull up the advanced defense and fumbles, right? This is where we can break down that pass coverage. And maybe it'll give us a little bit of the tail of the tape, right? So in 19, he was targeted 27 times. A 19 completion out of those 27 times, 19 completions, and a completion rate of 70%. So it's not where you want to be, obviously. And that's his sophomore year, right? His junior year, it got worse, right? Now you can see why the Chargers may have wanted to give up on him, right? Because you jump from 70% to 75% completion percentage. So obviously, we all should understand that the higher this completion percentage number is, the not so good it is for the player, right? So got a hiccup right there. Y'all know Turf loves progression. That is not progression. But he steps it up. He comes to the Raiders, and, I mean, he was targeted a lot. 81 targets, 45 completions of those for only a 55.6 completion rate. Still not good, right? I mean, half the time they throw to you, they complete. So, more than half. So, it's tough, ladies and gentlemen. It's tough to try to give him any grace, right? The grace you can give him is absolutely he improved. So we expect to see an improvement in 2022. It shot up through the roof, if you ask me. From 55 to 69, that should not be the case. But it's showing Indianapolis, right? I really actually don't even recall any of this. Facyson has never really been a huge part of our defense. As you guys have stated, comes in third downs, or red zone, things like that. Nothing, but he was never really like a starter and expected to be out there, a true 1 or 2 corner. Just never the case. So, finally you hit him last year at 23. Didn't even play all, season, only 3 games, and he's at 66% completion rate. That's just not good. It's just not good. And that's the pass coverage you're dealing with, man. Yeah, it's a tough one. This is tough. Yeah, these numbers don't favor him well at all, in any way, shape, or form. So, with that being said, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Turf's closing thoughts. Brandon Facyson. Big guy. Good athlete. I mean, I don't know if I gave you guys his measurables, but, he ran a 4.5 40. 1.5 10-yard split, 2.6 20-yard split, 20-yard shuttle on 4.35. These numbers are good. 3 cone drill, 7. Vertical jump, 36. He's already 6'2". Broad jump, 9 feet 10 inches, and he actually hit 16 reps on the bench press, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta give props for that. Those are the pre-draft measurables. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is there. I don't know, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for him because it 100% is a make or break. There's no question about it. You have to do well, Mr. Brandon Facyson. There's no question you have to do well. So with that being said, Turf is giving Brandon Facyson a C-. C-. C as in cat, minus. C-. That's the deal, man. Brandon Facyson, and in all honesty, I'll be honest, I wanted to give him a C, but I just can't. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, they don't add up. That minus is imperative. And in fact, he's another one of those guys that they need to make that C-, D+ grade, right? Right on the line. I mean, I could blow you on either side of the line, man. I mean, you start out bad, you already at a D+. You know what I'm saying? You start out okay, you still might be at a D. It's a tough call, but C- I think is very fair. And it's a make or break season for him. So, Brandon Facyson, prove turf wrong, right? Get out there. Go hard for us. Make sure that C- turns into a B+. We'd all like you to come back. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Turf is officially out. Don't forget, tonight, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific. We are going to have a special, the Raider Syndicate Special Edition, opening up the schedule. It's going to be an exciting show tonight. Do not miss it. All right, Brandon Facyson, C-. Turf is out. See y'all tonight.
I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposer, you been bugging.
It should.
So I immediately, set myself up, to expect a move. VIP section, you guys know how to do. So that's it.